Yu-Gi-Oh has a problem. Pretty much every niche interest has a subset of people that belong to that interest that are just horrible. It's easy to go to the comments of any post done by anybody who's part of a niche community where the comments are full of people just being mean or rude. Yu-Gi-Oh is not unique in that regard. Yu-Gi-Oh is not the only community that has bad apples. The difference in this case is that those bad apples really do spoil the whole bunch. So many other niche communities, whether you're just into a cartoon, whether you all have a certain game in common, whether you all have a certain show or movie that you all like, typically it's easy to ignore horrible people in those types of communities. It's difficult to do that in something like the Yu-Gi-Oh community. The reason for that is just the way that Yu-Gi-Oh is designed. Even in other games, it can be easy to avoid people like this and enjoy the hobby as it is. Because, if I enjoy doing Nuzlocks, I don't have to engage with other people that do them unless I want to. Because Nuzlocks are a very personal thing that I just do by myself. The same goes for things like even competitive games, if they have like an online component, as long as there's no, chat function, right? Master Duel is a great example. Master Duel is a game where you could just log in, play some games, and then never really get the sense of what any of the people you played against are actually like as people. The difficulty comes in the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh, if you're playing it the way it's intended, you're going to a tournament and sitting across from a real person. And so often when you sit across from these people, they'll say or do things that just give off the absolute worst vibes. Sometimes they're rude, sometimes they're outright hateful, sometimes they'll just lash out at you for absolutely no reason. And things like this are far worse for people who are part of marginalized groups or just people who are women. Women are treated horribly in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Women are treated horrible in a lot of communities. But the problem in Yu-Gi-Oh is just amplified by the fact that a lot of times when a girl wants to be able to play this game at a competitive level, they have no choice but to sit across from somebody who absolutely wants to do nothing more than just be an absolute piece of garbage to her the entire game. And the same goes for people who belong to the LGBT community. So what can we do to fix this? Well, the most obvious answer is to just, call people out when you see them doing things like this. And just be willing to acknowledge that